When I started to look at marketing for my clients and for my own businesses, something was obviously wrong. Marketing doesn't work. The product placement, promotion, price thing that everyone talks about, and it really doesn't work anymore because people do business with people that we trust. And you can't just force stuff around. You can't just flash something in your eyes, 7 times and then you're going to buy it. So this whole idea of kind of aggressive guerrilla marketing. We're going to send you 4 emails and on the 5th one you're going to click on it. If not, we'll send you another one and then we'll keep flashing it up on your social media, and we can do that. Those metrics really don't work because if people are not going to buy, they're not going to buy. By seeing the product 4 or 5 times doesn't necessarily change people's mind. I've yet to see, oh yes, I didn't want it, but now I see it. Every time I open my Facebook, now I want this. So I started looking at marketing, and we've developed a number of frameworks and unpacking this and methodologies of marketing. And I'm very big on kind of emotional marketing because that's what creates trust, because trust is an emotion. So what are the emotions that build trust, and where do we get it? And then how can we take people down the road to be able to develop that level of trust? And that's what it's all about. And then we started to look at this concept of why should we market? And I think there was a time when I was running marketing courses and they were always full. I put out an advert for a marketing course for small business and entrepreneur, and they were always full. People came there because people were thinking that if they just learnt marketing, then they would resolve all the issues of their company, because marketing equals sales, sales equals revenue, revenue equals happiness, and we can then put that back in the company and then everything would work. But so often I looked at people coming to marketing, which was the presenting problem, but the actual problem was they just had a crap product. And to be honest, most of the people who go on marketing courses have got crap products, or they're trying to sell crap products to people who don't want them, and they go on marketing courses to try to force that issue. You can't force products on people they don't want, and they just end up with buyer's regret, and then they send it back. And so what I did is I created this thing I now called crowd control, and the concept is if you look at an Apple store, Apple don't market, they just advertise. They go, new version available now, and people queue up outside the store. And the only issue that Apple have with their customers is crowd control. And they've got to manage these people camp outside, on the pavement in tents, because they want this next version of this little white electronic thing. And it's insane. And I started looking at that and understanding, well, why can't we do that? If they do it and so many other companies are successful at this good thing, is that how do you do this? So crowd control came in, and it unpacks a little bit about what the larger companies are doing well, but it then translates into small business and especially speakers. And we look at that, how do you take a speaker as a service industry and create a marketing strategy that develops something? And the little byline of the book is forget everything that you've learned about marketing, create marketing so you never ever have to sell anything again except free stuff. And that's what this philosophy, this methodology does, is it enables you to develop product pipelines that the only thing that you have to sell is free stuff. And if you can't sell your free stuff, then maybe try something else. And it's been so successful. We use it within our own organizations, and I've taught this to many people. And my only downfall with this is that people get so busy once they implement it, they don't want to use me as a coach anymore. So I always say, well, yeah, I'm going to teach us, but we're only going to get to like 3 or 4 months and you're going to run away because it's going to be so successful, you don't need me. And for that, it's a really good, a good concept. And so it's a book that unpacks quite a lot of theory about business, but it comes into a beautiful methodology with a wonderful blueprint that's easy to understand. And I break it down into simple things. If you follow this book, if you follow the steps in the book, I can almost guarantee that it'll work and it'll improve your sales. If you fit the bill for this type of person and you do this, it'll work. It's as simple as that. And I don't know why people don't do this, because it works. And it's not to the detriment of anybody else. If everybody did this, it would work for everyone. It's as simple as that. It's brilliant.